The dialogue department, we're the queens of the soundtrack.
Jig! My jig!
Everything falls apart without it. It's a thing that everything has to work around.
And you don't want to lose a moment in a film saying to, your friend, what did he say? That's why sometimes we need to shoot ADR. ADR stands for
Lillian!
Automated Dialogue Replacement. It's dialogue that's re-recorded in a sound studio. Good.
You pick out some lines that might be really low to hear. The actors have to come in, re-record, and then we as editors have to cut it to try to match those people's mouths. So Beth Bergeron hired me on A League of Their Own. One of the scenes that I cut was when Tom Hanks is yelling,
"There's no crying in baseball!"
Her crying on the set
you
was
crying?
actually really kind of soft.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
And so in order to get her crying again, you had to get Tom Hanks as well.
Hey, 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 hey!
Because they're overlapping each other.
All right, listen. Rogers Hornsby was my manager, and he called me a talking pile of pig shit.
So that way when they mix, they can then bring up her crying when they need to.
Did I cry? No, because there's no crying in baseball.
I loved working on that film.
But our job is also to add the background people, and that's what we call group ADR.
Most people might not realize that that whole opening of Argo, the assumption is, oh, that's all recorded on set. But the truth is, all of that's reconstructed. We had over 100 Farsi-speaking Persian extras. We were miking the crowd from right in the middle of it, and from behind windows, from the rooftops. After a few hours of this, everyone was like hugging and a few people were crying. And we found out that some of our voice talent had actually lived through the revolution. And all of that emotion that we were recording, it became part of the DNA of the scene.
When people ask me about working on Selma, I tell them it's the first film that I've worked on that really meant something.
When they're on the bridge, they're running for their lives so they don't get killed. You want the audience to feel the pain.
When I had people running by the mics, it's more real because it's got movement, it's got cloth movement, it's got feet. They're turning their heads and they're doing efforts. And so it just sounds more real.